From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
I'm Jane McDonald outside of the Law and Justice Center, where a second bond hearing is about to take place for the woman charged with killing 17-year-old Delaney Doherty.
I'm Jonathan Amberian in Helena. We're getting our first look at campaign finance reports in state elections after the close of the candidate filing period. I'll have a closer look at the fundraising picture so far in the race for governor.
Park High School students are coming together to combat hunger in their community. I'm MTN's Heaven Van with a look at the high school's new program, Ranger Station Essentials.
Alrighty, it is 6:30 on this Friday morning. Jane McDonald and Matt Elwell with you bright and early. And well, gosh, it was a lovely day yesterday if anyone was walking around the dog, but earlier in the morning.
Afternoon, yeah.
Exactly right.
What's amazing, I think, or eye-catching is how terrible some of the conditions across the area were. And then by the afternoon, there was no sign of any of that.
No, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like March Madness a little bit.
It is.
You got your hits and you got your misses.
The weather version. Temperatures this morning into the 30s for most of us. 29 out toward West Yellowstone, 26 in Livingston. Mainly dealing with quiet conditions today. We will see a few rays of sunshine, but overall partly to mostly cloudy skies for the afternoon. Our temperatures taking a nice jump again, back into the 40s and low 50s under partly to mostly cloudy skies. We have big changes in store for the weekend. I'm going to outline our snow potential and timing in just a little bit.
All right, thank you very much, Matt. Now, our top story this half hour centers around this memorial, which honors 17-year-old Delaney Doherty, who was killed in a head-on crash near Manhattan last summer. That same community support that went into this memorial showed up at the Law and Justice Center yesterday, where a bond modification hearing was held for the woman accused of killing Delaney. I was in the courtroom yesterday morning and had the opportunity to talk with Delaney's dad and learn the judge's ruling at the bond modification hearing.
We miss her huge laugh, we miss her smile, we miss her big twinkling eyes. It's just hard, and we want fair justice in the end of all of this for her, for sure.
In the courtroom, rows and rows of pink, much more than just a color, a symbol to honor 17-year-old Delaney Doherty, who was killed in a head-on crash in August of last year. Being discussed at Thursday's hearing, bond modification for the woman accused of killing Delaney, Lily LaRoque.
Bail is not an act of grace. It is not an act of charity. Reasonable access to bail is a matter of constitutional right with very limited exceptions.
At Lily LaRoque's initial hearing, her bond was set at $500,000. And shortly thereafter, it was reduced to $150,000. And now, about 3 months later, a second bail hearing is about to take place. The defense argued that $150,000 was essentially a denial of bail by virtue of the fact that it is unaffordable to Lily LaRoque. The prosecution argued that letters from community members noted a concern of safety should LaRoque bond out. Delaney's father was asked to speak by the prosecution, but Judge Bruner said that since he spoke at the first bond modification hearing, he ruled that the court does not need to hear more from him at this time. I spoke with Mark Doherty to learn what he would have liked to say.
Yeah, my biggest points that I was going to try to make was that if we're trying to get people to start driving smart, if we're doing all this advertising across the state of Montana to think hard about those things, what examples are we setting if we're letting someone who is accused of doing those things out on these streets freely and making people uncomfortable? So
at the end of the day, the defense requested the bail to be lowered to $25,000. The prosecution wanted it to remain at $150,000. Judge Bruner kept it at $150,000.
It's my whole new motto in life is to try to, there's a hashtag going around, live like D, and she was just beautiful, bright light. She was good to anybody, good to everybody. She would have been good to this defendant, and she's gone. And she doesn't have a voice in any of this anymore, and I'm her voice now, and I'm going to fight for her and defend her, and we just miss her.
In Bozeman, Jane McDonald, MTN News. And of course, this is a case that we will be following closely, so stick with us online and on air as we learn more during the court proceedings. Now, next week, the Supreme Court will hear another case that could have a big impact on reproductive rights across the country. Scripps News political correspondent Stephanie Liebergen explains what's at stake.
Since 2000, mifepristone has been an FDA-approved drug used to induce an abortion in the early weeks of pregnancy. After reviewing usage and safety data, the FDA updated the guidelines in 2016 and again in 2021. First, it allowed the use up to 10 weeks into a pregnancy, and then it removed the in-person requirement. That opened the door to telehealth appointments and allowing patients in some states to receive mifepristone in the mail. The Alliance for Hippocratic Medicine opposes abortion access and filed a lawsuit to block mifepristone from the market. The suit argues the FDA removed key safeguards it originally thought necessary to ensure mifepristone's safe use. The FDA says medical evidence and studies prove the safety and effectiveness of mifepristone under the updated guidelines, but the lower courts sided with the Alliance. Opponents of those rulings argue this case isn't just about mifepristone, but it's also about the judges undermining the scientific expertise of the FDA.
I would like to see a clear statement that, best case scenario, FDA is the scientific arbiter here, and their evaluation really shouldn't be second guessed in the courts. That's not the court's job.
Tuesday's case before the Supreme Court is considering a preliminary injunction, not a final ruling from the lower courts. So depending on how the justices rule, this case could be far from over.
We've started in district court on a preliminary injunction. We've gone up to the Fifth Circuit. Now we're up in the Supreme Court. And we've already done this ping pong with the stay motions and the emergency proceedings. And depending on what the Supreme Court says, we may just be kind of looping around back to the district court for further consideration.
The Supreme Court put a hold on the lower court's injunctions. So for now, mifepristone can be used up to 10 weeks into a pregnancy and without needing an in-person appointment if state laws are in agreement. But that could change when the High Court rules this time around, and that opinion will come down sometime over the next 3 months. Stephanie Liebergen, Scripps News, Washington.
And this week, candidates for Montana state offices submitted their campaign finance reports for the last 2.5 months. And MTN senior political reporter Jonathan Amberian has a first look at the fundraising picture in the governor's race.
Wednesday was the first campaign finance deadline after the close of the filing period for candidates running for state and local offices. Reports to the Commissioner of Political Practices show that fundraising in the race for governor has gotten off to a quick start. Incumbent Governor Greg Gianforte launched his re-election campaign in January. Since then, he's reported raising more than $1.2 million. He spent just under $90,000, leaving him with well over $1 million in cash on hand. And while Gianforte contributed several $1 million of his own money in 2020, his campaign touted that so far, almost all of this money has come from donors, with Gianforte covering only $40,000 in in-kind expenses. Democratic challenger Ryan Bussey, a former firearms executive and author from Kalispell, reported raising $417,000 since January, bringing his total since announcing his candidacy to just under $900,000. His campaign spent $280,000 over the latest period and had $327,000 in the bank. Bussey's campaign highlighted their contributions from more than 3,000 grassroots donors. State Representative Tanner Smith, running against Gianforte in the Republican primary, reported raising just over $60,000 in the latest period, with almost all of it in personal loans to his own campaign. Jim Hunt, a Helena attorney who filed in the Democratic primary in the final days, reported spending only the $1,200 filing fee by March 15th. That's also the case for Kaiser Lieb of Helena, who's running for governor as a libertarian. In Helena, Jonathan Amberian, MTN News.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. Now, some Park High School students are combating hunger in Livingston, providing free food, provisions, and a safe space for students. MTN's Heaven Van with a look at the new Park High Ranger Station.
Park High School is serving their school community with Ranger Station Essentials, a program providing free food and provisions to students who need it.
So the Livingston Food Resource Center, especially over the past year, saw a huge influx in families that were using our services. I was seeing these kids that were here, especially working like concessions for basketball games and different things that we knew were hungry.
After the center brought the idea of a food pantry to school administrators, students with the National Honor Society, NHS, spearheaded the initiative.
Their involvement is really what makes this thing go. These kids sacrifice extra time. They go out of their way in order to make themselves available to do the things that need to be done.
According to data from the National Center on Education Statistics, 93% of Park County schools qualify for Title I, a government program meant to supplement schools with high concentrations of poverty.
NHS actually has 4 pillars, one of them being service, and I think community is another. And so the entire point of National Honor Society is helping out the school, helping out our community, giving back to our community.
It's also, I think, each individual person who's in NHS kind of has that within themselves, that they want to help their community, they want to help the people around them.
Daniel says they hope the room becomes a safe space for struggling students, removing the stigma behind free food assistance.
You know, if you see everybody walking in and out of the room, then you're not embarrassed to go into the room.
This has become my favorite room. I think it just has a really welcoming atmosphere. I spend the majority of my day in here, and I think it's a really nice, welcoming place to be.
For more information on Park High School's Ranger Station, visit our website. In Livingston, Heaven Van, MTN News.
Thank you very much, Heaven. It is 6:41 now. We're going to take a short break here in Montana this morning, but when we come back, roughly 8% of U.S. homes now have solar panels, and even more homeowners are considering the switch. But is it right for you? We're going to take a closer look.
I'm John Mattery. Solar panels promise big savings on your utility bills, but before you sign a contract, make sure you know the pros and cons. That story coming up.